So Superman's been out for a while now, and people have thoughts. Let's talk about it. So I've seen Superman 3 times now, and you know what? Actually, let's start over. All right, there we go. That's better. All right, so back to what I was saying. I've seen Superman 3 times now, and I have to admit, the first time I watched it, I was overwhelmed. As often is the case with movies I care deeply about and ones I am looking forward to, usually the first time I watch it, it's as if I'm watching myself watch the movie. I'm like hyper aware. I'm like overthinking every decision. I'm checking how my emotions are, and that's just no way to watch a movie. And yeah, one of the first things I noticed was that the structure was messy. We're thrown right into the action, which I don't disagree with, but when you do that, there's a lot of catch up to do, not only for the story, but for the audience. And I just felt like James Gunn was rushing from action beat to action beat, really trying in the edit to make this thing as engaging as possible, because there's a lot of stakes involved with this movie. And yes, the setup for the character arc and the themes are barely there, but most importantly, what I could tell is that Gunn was putting in a lot of effort, and he was trying. And trying is the key word for this movie. Superman is famously the boring superhero. He can strong-arm any threat, and he always makes the right decision. He does good no matter what. He can leap buildings in a single bound. He's this all-powerful deity that doesn't really mess up, who can do anything he sets his mind to. Who can relate to a god? A couple years ago, I wrote a script for a YouTube video called Saving Superman, in which I argued that the best way to portray Superman in live action is to focus on his humanity and not his godhood. And Gunn has focused on his humanity here, to a degree that people are complaining that this Superman is too weak, that he loses too many fights, that he's whiny and loses his temper. After an exhaustive fight, he has to go and recharge from the yellow sun. So yes, this Superman is weaker. He's more human in that sense, but that is not the aspect of his humanity that I think works here. It's the trying. All right, let's get to the crux of the story here. When Superman finds out towards the first half of the movie that the message from his parents that was incomplete has an ending, and that ending is more malicious than he would have hoped, it sends him into an identity crisis. He tells Lois at the beginning of the film that message from his parents, that to do good and help humanity, is the reason why he is Superman. And so when this message, the second half of the message that is, comes out, that he's actually supposed to have a secret harem and that he's supposed to lead through dominating humanity and even maybe killing people and imposing his will, that makes him doubt why he saves people, why he does what he does. Why should people trust this powerful being if his motives for saving people are sketchy at best? And Gunn spends the rest of the movie questioning that. For not just for us, the audience, to question it, but for Superman himself. Now, a lot of people keep saying that this movie is about positivity and hope and doing good. And while I think that's all a part of it, I don't think that's the main point. I think it's more specific than that. A movie that just shows Superman over and over again doing good, making the right choice, doing the good thing would also be boring. Yes, you want to inspire hope. Yes, you want to inspire people to do the right thing. But if Superman is just easily accomplishing that he knows what the right choice is and he makes it every single time, that doesn't make us inspired. That makes us a little bored. Because again, who could relate to that? Instead, and this is important, Gunn has Superman struggling with doing the right thing. He doesn't always know what the best choice is, but he's trying to find it every single time. People question his motives, and his actions don't always bring about the right result, regardless of intention. And this is so human. The reason kindness and goodness are so rare on this planet isn't necessarily because people don't want to show kindness or do the right thing. It's that doing the right thing comes with consequences, and sometimes figuring out what the right thing is difficult. And in this film, Superman has to learn that it's the effort and intention of doing the right thing that counts. It's the trying that makes us human. And this is the essence of Paul Kent's speech in the film. You don't need a special otherworldly commission to do the right thing. It's the choices that matter. I fell in love with James Gunn's version of Superman and David Cornsweet's portrayal because this Superman is always trying, even when it's not popular and when it doesn't bring the right result. That's why, despite the mess in this movie, the things you can nitpick, I love it. I always felt distance from past iterations of Superman on the big screen, even though I like the movies. I like Superman Returns. I like Man of Steel, but I can't help but feel distant from those iterations. They are these otherworldly gods. They are stoic and sometimes emotionless, and I never feel like I get into their heads. I never really feel I can understand their motivations, other than just doing good to do good. They don't feel human to me. The thing is, I don't need a Superman who can win every fight. I don't need a Superman who has clear muscle definition below the spandex. What I need is a Superman who, even though he doesn't know what the right choice is immediately, and maybe doesn't win his first fight, keeps trying and doing good, because it's trying to do good despite the consequences that makes you human, that makes you a good person. If it was easy to do the right thing, then what's the challenge? What's so difficult? You need the right thing to be hard, and because the Superman keeps trying and trying and trying and doesn't give up, even though he's not getting the right reactions, he's not getting the right results, that is human goodness right there. And that is what I want in my Superman. And that's what Superman 2025 brings. It's not his otherworldly powers or strength that makes Superman special. It's the fact that he's even more human than we are that makes Superman special. And that's what makes Superman 2025 special to me. All right, there's a ton of stuff I could talk about this movie. There's so many great performances, so many great individual moments, but this was really the heart of why I loved this film and why I went to see it multiple times in the theaters, which I don't do anymore at this point in my life. But I want to hear from you. Why did you like the movie? Or why didn't you like the movie? I'm okay with you not liking the movie, so if you want to express it in the comments, go right ahead. Again, this isn't a Gunn versus Snyder thing. I've enjoyed and liked pretty much all portrayals of Superman, with a few exceptions. I've liked the other movies, but this one, for me, did the most. So that's where I stand. I want to know where you stand. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel.